Welcome everybody to another episode, season 1, episode 3 of the Big Jerry Comedy Show. This is gonna be a different episode because we feel like we let a lot of meat on the bone about the, the mental health situation. So we felt like it was best to come back to this episode because we feel like we left something out. And so we're going to talk about it. And first of all, guys, just don't look at the channel, subscribe to the channel. They're very important. It'll help me pay my child support. So, and then another thing is if you guys, we're gonna take y'all guys' suggestions in the comment area, the things we want to talk about. Because we're gonna talk about different topics that's going on down the road, but I feel like we want to tackle this mental health thing because it's real and everybody walking around like it ain't. So we all deal with it. So I'm gonna go to my host, my main man, Jay Wall, and Yada from the South Side of Chicago, my boy in DC, Jay Wall. Go ahead, Jay Wall.
Yeah. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Yada? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Like we did in episode 1. We started out on a mental illness, but the thing about it is, just like you said, we left a lot of meat on the bone. So we didn't finish pretty much. We didn't cover everything that we was going that we wanted to talk about mental illness, man. You a fool, man. But anyway, man, I got some questions. I'm gonna start off by, asking either you or Yana can jump in, where does mental instability start in the in any household or for any person? Anybody can jump in.
Well, I'll start off. I think it starts. Well, I'll say it started generations ago, and I think that it started with like our grandparents and great grandparents teaching us how to survive and not nurturing us. It's like they didn't have time to give us that nurturing because they was teaching us how to stay alive and to live in this world, in this society, being Black. So I think that toughness, that sternness, where we didn't get that, that was like a spiraling effect. And then too, it's like, I think that the older generations then, it was just more of, you get married, you have a family, you provide for your family, and you work. That's it. There was no, it's just being able to survive and exist. So now that time has moved forward, nowadays are different where we can live, we can do more than just exist, but we are so mentally screwed up that it makes it hard. And it starts out, at birth. We pass this trauma on every time we give birth to another kid. Until we decide to pay attention to ourselves, we're never going to break these cycles and these curses. We have to be accountable for our own, for our own actions. And it's hard because you're taking a look at yourself and you saying, I messed up. But it's okay because none of us are without flaws. We all imperfect human beings. And we're going to continue to make mistakes. But we need to, apologize to our kids. Sometimes when we make mistakes, we're doing the best that we can, and we gonna mess up sometimes. And it's our mess ups are gonna affect them. So when they come to us, we need to be open and have these conversations with our children because when we don't, it's just a spiraling effect and it plays out in every aspect of your life. When they're in school, they get in trouble. When they get out of school,
Right.
and that in between, they don't know what to do. They start having babies or getting in situations too soon because they didn't get enough direction, enough nurturing. They didn't get that. They wasn't prepared. So it's like you take on these adult responsibilities too early, or you trying to get out of trouble or some type of situations. And it's like, it's just a never ending effect. It doesn't stop. So we have to pay more
Yeah.
attention to it because this is at an all-time high right now.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it starts. That's where it started. And now it's time to recognize it and be aware of it and do something different going forward.
Right.
What
Yeah.
do you,
Go ahead, Jerry. You got something?
I agree with it. Start when you from the ancestors, the grandmother and them. It's like they get immune to that abuse. They get immune to put downs. So quite obvious, it's gonna come to you when you get to it. When it come up to you, it's what's funny when you meet people who've been around it. It look like they could deal with it better than me because they used to being around that shit. But when I started being around other people that wasn't me, I started being attracted to peace. It's a lot of people don't know what peace really look like. But peace don't start with groups of people. That's number one. Especially you got to set your tone with the peace and realize who you are, what you don't want to be around. I had met some decent women, but their lifestyle is so complicated that you don't want to deal with. Because most times, good people, I hate to say this, got bad people around them. Sometimes you outgrow shit, but you still keep the same crowd around you. And I truly understand what she's saying because it started young, just drama. I mean, it's funny when you talk to certain people, when you call, you might just be asking them a question or see how they doing the first thing I ask them about. What happened? What happened? Nigga, I'm just calling to see how you doing. But they so used to drama. They so used to something gonna happen. Or they want to, what's wild about a nigga, excuse my niggas, African Americans. They want to know everything about going on in your life. And guess what? They ain't got no help for you. Have you ever called the company, they say, you ask for a certain person, then they ask you 2,000 questions, then they let you know later on that person ain't there. Well, nigga, why you ask me all that goddamn shit? They want to know all your shit. They can't help you. That's our community. They want to know all your goddamn business, but they can't help you. So we get immune, not me, but most folks get immune to drama. I'd have been around people where you might want to hang out, like, hey, don't bring your cousin. Every time this motherfucker comes, something go bad, we got to pay. But that person always bring them because they used to it. You got to a place in your life, I don't want to be around certain things. And it's mainly the people you grow up with because they think they know you. But I talked to one of my cousins the other day, man. He said some shit that was so real. He down there 50, I think. He said, I didn't have a mama or a daddy. I couldn't debate with him. Because you can have a mama and daddy physically there, but they're not there. They didn't nurture you. They didn't talk to you. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because the first person notice your talent in their life is your parents. But if they not paying attention, they don't know what you're good at. That's why I say it's just funny. That's a crazy situation because we used to abuse and crazy stuff to put downs, and we're around other people who it don't bother them. Yeah, but I definitely agree with them. What you
So
saying?
I think that we can't expect for people to give us what they don't have.
Right.
You know, if they don't have it in them to give, I have to take a look at you and your life and what you have going on. So if I know that you screwed up or your life is worse than mine, I'm not going to look for you to help me. You can't, because you have to help yourself first. So anything you tell me, I can't honor it because apparently it ain't working for you.
Right.
Because you're still in the same situation. I think sometimes we're afraid to step outside of. That's why I said we so used to just like functioning in dysfunction, and everybody just roll with what the masses do instead of being an individual. It's all right to you just dance to your own beat. I don't mind being. I'm not part of the it group. I'm cool with who I am. I like being by myself. I'm cool. It's like I'm cool with everybody, but I don't hang with nobody. So I don't need an audience like that. I can be peaceful about myself. I can entertain myself. I can read. I can educate myself. I can sit in silence. I could go out, I could have a drink, I can go to a movie. I'm okay with that because I'm okay with me. But everybody is not.
Right.
Because it happens like that because parents, when you don't validate your children and build them up at a young age, then they always searching and looking for validation from other people. And you looking for validation from people who they just as messed up as you are.
Real
It's
shit.
like I'm in a barbershop and all these men in here and they living out all their dreams of who they are, what they used to have, and you in here telling all these lies to people that got way less than you. But you looking for these other men to validate you as a man. Why?
Real talk.
Because we're not comfortable with who we are. We're not. And it's sad.
Right.
The women, they ain't comfortable with who they are, so they constantly change. And it's like you changing your face, your body. For what? You changing who you are to please a man. And at night, y'all going back and forth. You gonna suck my titties? Well, I'm gonna suck your titties. His body messed up as yours. So why do I need to go and get cut on to please you? I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna please myself first. Because at the end of the day, all I got is me. But it takes going through so much to get to that point. And I do understand we don't all have that. So when we don't have that, and I didn't have that, but I made sure I gave it to my son. That's still, yes. Did I still make mistakes? Yes, of course, because it's still trial and error. We're gonna continue. It's like we're gonna continue to mess up, but we gotta continue to learn from our mistakes and do better. We cannot be afraid to mess up and then say, I messed up. That's what's wrong with Black people. We take pride in the dumbest shit.
Boy, who you telling?
Because you're so afraid of somebody criticizing you and they just as messed up as you are. You don't know who you are when you always looking for other people's approval. You only need to be approved by one person, yourself and your kids. That's it. Everybody else don't matter because you're going to constantly change your face every time. I get you put on when you get in the workplace. I get that. But when you get off work, then who are you? You constantly changing your faces. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You know what, Yada? I'm glad you said that, man, because I was telling James, he kept saying, man, I want to get some implants. I said, man, stay who you are. So you good, Jay, while you ain't got to go get them butt plants no more like you was talking about, man. I know you feeling insecure in your relationship. You want to enhance it. And you want to get some butt plants.
But yeah. But then, too, Yana, I can understand what you're saying about like when you're in a relationship, and I'm pretty sure Jerry can relate to this too, is when, just like you said, I'm gonna suck your titty, I'm gonna suck your titty. That's pretty much how Jerry and his girl is, because both of them got titties, and they don't know who titty they go suck. I can go with you on that.
You know what? Now, you know what? I take that as a compliment and an insult, but I'm a deal with it, but I'm uncomfortable with that situation, what you said, and my body kind of reacted because my nipple's hard. So, so I want to say as a fellow man to another man, man, I appreciate that, bro.
But for real, man, let's stay on topic. I had to get your ass back. Anyway, man.
And it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh in between talking about this stuff because it gets heavy.
Yeah.
It get real heavy. I think too. What did that fool just say?
That's what she told me last night. Was that you in somebody was looking like Jason in the door, so I do apologize. It was heavy. Go ahead, Yada.
I forgot what I was getting ready to say.
Hey, anyway, man, I got you. I got you. We gonna keep it moving, man. But what I was gonna say, it's good to we need to recognize too the different childhood traumas and different things that can cause mental instability, which is pretty much physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, seeing childhood violence in the home, which
Yeah.
can really mess your mind up. And as you get older, you carry those things with you. So yeah, so Jerry, I think you had something that you wanted to relate, a story you wanted to relate to.
Well, I start realize this, and somebody gonna argue with you, man. Nobody care about no black kids. It's a small percentage of black people that care about black kids. Now, everybody gonna say out their mouth they love their kids. Actions, everything. I remember as a teenager, me and you walking home from school, and we found the baby inside a trash can. So when you're young, you really can't digest that. We found the baby still had the blood, all the cords on it. It was crazy. We had to call we called the neighbor because it was inside the dumpster. But the crazy part right there, I'll never forget that. That was like in 98, 88, something like that. But what I'm trying to say is that was the first time I started realizing nobody care. How you put your flesh and blood inside a trash can? That's deep. And I started realizing as I went from even getting custody of my kids, they don't know their mom. I got them through the systems. I didn't want to go to the systems. I went down there to get my kids. And the crazy part was they went to visit the mom one time. She had partial custody. And one of them got a hold of some Viking and went inside a coma for a few days. That broke my heart. It's like we saying this and that, but when I see my daughter not breathing and she was in a coma, that man, I'm telling you, man, it's hard to like our people. It's hard. They got Black Lives Matter shirt on, saying we this and that, but you see the state of our kids. It's sad. It's sad. I met women, the same people molested her mama, molested her. You're like, how does it get like this? And they walk around and act like it's cool, man. And when I see my daughter laying down there in a coma, man, that turned my life. It just made me look at things different. I trust no one and all that. We love you, black man. And it's funny, we always want every race to like us. We call every white person prejudice. God damn it, shit, we don't care about each other. So why they gonna care about us? Another race don't give a fuck
So
about
Jerry,
us.
tell me.
Yeah.
So tell us how was it when your daughters met their mom for the
They never
not
met
for the
her.
first time, but
They was little
I
crawling
thought
around, and then they went to visit.
said
They was probably
They
3 or
went to
4
visit.
months. And then one of
and
them
that's
got
the accident.
yeah. That's what I say, man. We
Oh.
sit up here acting like we some great people and we this and that. I don't care because I'm like this. The older men, they was taught to cater to their woman. Fuck the kids.
Mhm.
Kids can read and write. They ain't feel no love because we got to make sure mama happy while the kids were sad. So all them old men set the tone. That's why you meet women. You're going to have to do this. You got to do this and that because she's seen her grandfather, her father do this and that. It's a different way today. Real shit. I want my kids to be able to compete with every race, not just the black race. They didn't give a damn about no kids still today. It's about how the woman need to feel. It ain't never about the kids. Straight up. That's why it's sad.
So tell me, how do you juggle being a mother and a father to your kids? Because your mother's not in their life. So no, I'm for real. I ain't joking. I mean, because their mother not in their life.
I can't never listen. I'm one of them brothers. I never want to do what the woman do.
And do they ask?
Oh, they asked before. I never do what the woman do. I'm their daddy. No, I can never be their mama. And the woman can't never be the daddy of a son. I'm one of the ones who realize that raising them. Because they got emotions I don't know about, certain things I don't know about with a woman. I'm the first to tell you that. But I knew one thing I wanted to do, whatever we went through, because I'm getting counseling now for us. I didn't want them to get molested, and I didn't want to go up to that school hungry with nappy hair. Straight up. Because you got nappy hair, you hungry, that's a hard day at school. Because them niggas waiting on you to talk about you. So I had to make sure they had things they needed. If they didn't go up to school, they've been molested. You know how hard it is to get molested, then you got to go up to the school and you hungry? Straight up. That's why I say, man, I'm some type of way with our race. I don't want to hear nothing about how great a woman you are. Where your goddamn kids at? Did you put your best effort up? And I don't like the niggas who take care of the women. Because I'm walking up, I meet you, I'm going to see what's going on in your kids' life. Because women good on going to get married, get in a relationship while their kids can't survive. And they over there with the new nigga. I don't know what's wrong with my daughter. She can't get her shit right. But that's a reflection of you. Straight up. You don't give your kids the tools, they can't survive. I don't give a fuck if they 20 or 30. That's your goddamn fault. But you go get to get married and erase all the shit you done. And I'm like this, everybody don't want to die alone. I don't care die alone. If you want a great father or mother, be a good grandparent. Redeem your goddamn self. Because you can't shit over the place and go somewhere else and act like you happily married, you self-righteous. I'm with my husband, this, that, my kids. No, motherfucker. You're wrong the way you treated your kids. Because you don't treat your kids right and you don't get the tools, they would be knocking at your goddamn doorstep. Promise you. They be knocking at it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, especially
with,
go ahead, Yada.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh no, I was gonna ask another question, but go ahead, make your point.
I agree with some of the stuff that you're saying, Jerry, and then of course I have to disagree. I'm not, I was a single parent. And yeah, you cannot, no matter, I'm grateful and I'm blessed and humbled that my son turned out the way he did. And no, you cannot feel those other shoes. You just can't. No matter what you think or what people say, oh, you play both. You cannot. I'm gonna play my position, and that's all I can do. It's nothing else to be said about that. So I don't agree with a woman doing a man's job. I'm a woman, so all I can do is my job. Right. So I agree with you on that. I feel like you got a lot of hostility towards Black women, and I could feel that same way towards Black men. And of course, we have our own separate experiences, but at the same time, I don't bash Black men because I know it's hard for them as well. But at the same time, I understand that the world ain't just against you, they're against us too. It ain't fair for me either. So yeah, I see a lot of stuff that Black women do that I don't agree with at all. But I also know that I can't expect for somebody that's screwed up. And if you around a bunch of other people that's in the same position you in, then this is okay. They don't know that it's supposed to be different. So it goes back to they can't give what they don't have. They don't have the tools. And until you recognize it's a problem, it ain't gonna never change. When we talk about generational curses, I can use myself as an example with my biological father. His father was abusive to my grandmother. My father was abusive to my mother. What I do? I have a kid by a man that was abusive to me. I'm aware now. The buck it's got to stop somewhere. So I'm aware. So it's going to stop. It's done. So yes, I say without a shadow of a doubt that I know my son wouldn't put his hands on no woman. I know he wouldn't. But this is the sickness that you're talking about. How it keeps going until we become aware of it.
Right.
If a man watch his mother get beat, why would he turn around and beat on another woman? Because it's looked at as like it's normal.
Right.
This is normal behavior. It's okay. When you say that, you know, women go out here and they get married, well, yeah, because we're talking about older generations too. A lot of young people don't even want to get married. They don't even want to have kids.
Right.
You're talking about older women, 40s, 50s. Everybody want to be married because they want the dress, they want the ring, they want what it says, but they don't know it's work behind it. It's another job. So you got broken people because that man ain't always together either. He might be together financially, but that could be the end of it. It might look easy saying, oh, this woman marrying this man for money, but do you know the price she got to pay to deal with being kept? Being a kept woman ain't easy because that man might be beating your ass every day too.
Real shit.
Or he got women running in and out the house. Well, I pay the cost to be the boss. So don't always think it's just that sweet, because it ain't. It ain't that simple. It's a price you're going to have to pay.
No doubt.
And that man got to take responsibility for this woman that he choosing to. Can't nobody walking this earth disrupt the bond that I have with my kid. So a man that's willing to take care of a woman's kids and not his own, but he's screwed up. And as a woman, I don't want no man like that.
boy.
I don't want him. Because guess what? I'm gonna put man before you.
Real
but
talk.
Then when you start talking about people, they putting their spouse first. Well, guess what? When you get to talking about those older generations that do that, that's that they going by the Bible, because that's what's in the Bible. Your husband come first. Your wife come first. Kids come after that.
That's bullshit.
That's fine. But you're talking about different generations and the thinking that goes behind that. That's why I said each generation comes with something different.
Right.
And we got to deal with it accordingly. But until you got to change it with your daughters. I got to change it with mine. James got to change it with his. So it starts with us. If we the ones that seeing that it's a problem, then we the ones who got to make sure we make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only 3 people, but still, us 3 people have children out here. And that can spark a change right there.
Man, let's go on, man, to how does childhood trauma affect you as an adult? You know,
well, that's
the shit you went through as a kid.
It never goes nowhere. See, that's the deal with trauma as a kid. You have it as an adult when you don't do nothing about it. And having cars, houses, and women.
Before you start, hold on real quick. Before you start, one thing I got to say about that is you got to understand, kids don't forget. So to all those adults that do shit to kids when they're younger, they never forget. If you talk shit to them, if you hit them behind their parents' back, or you was just a mean auntie or uncle, they never forget that shit. And so when they get older, they don't like your ass. You might think they do, but they don't, because they remember everything you did or said to them as a kid. So go ahead, Jen.
You know, funny you just said what you said. My uncle told me I wasn't gonna make it in the Marine Corps. Nigga, that was my motivation. And if you ask him today, that he wouldn't even remember. But just who they are.
Yeah.
I never gave up on the run. I didn't give a damn what it was. I didn't took a picture of him. He was in my mind that much. Because I did not want to give up. I use certain things as motivation, but you don't want to always do that. They ain't always healthy, you know, because you get sick of I'd rather not be around people they got something to say. And I told my father all the time, man, I ain't going to sit around and let people just talk shit to me when they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. But that childhood drama goes all the way to your man. I did everything, condos, built houses, great jobs. I was never happy. Those ain't number Band-Aids. That's why I tell people, I met people say, man, my son, my daughter, listen, they probably crying in the dark. Because you don't know your kid once they leave home. You might not even know them when they live with you. We always dealing with some type of, sometimes somebody just needs somebody to talk to, man. That's the deal in life. When you grown, it's people you can't even talk to that you know for years. Because you're like, damn, they're going to go tell somebody. Or they're going to say this, they're going to say that. That's why I was always the guy I always joked and laughed. And people would tell me stuff, I leave it there because I never judge nobody. So that childhood drama go a long way. Because people just look at material things and say that's success. You know what I mean? People had all the money in the world, still killed themselves. I read between the lines. See, Facebook tell you a lot too. All them taking picture motherfuckers, they're trying to make you seem like they happy. I want to see that picture when you crying. Show me that one. As you take this off. People pay pictures of themselves to make you seem like they happy. Some of us be so sad inside. People that's happy, they ain't got to do all that. The people who are unhappy got to take a lot of pictures. Because I want you to think I'm the shit, and I want you to think I'm happy. And as soon as you get out there, they be crying in the dark. Straight up. So when people take a bunch of pictures.
Sometimes when people take pictures like that too, that's a part of their therapy, you know what I'm saying? To make them feel better from something that probably happened in their life in the past. Like somebody can tell you all your life you look ugly. But then you have that one person that tells you, oh, you beautiful. And you believe, and you start believing that. So you start taking, pictures. That's just like a fat person. When they get their stomach stapled or whatever, or had a surgery, and they start losing that weight, they start feeling good about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because
your baby
they
mama
start
did
taking
what?
pictures.
What'd you say about
and looking good.
She did what?
But she had the surgery.
Okay.
The weight loss.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jay. Well, just tell us about you. Undress yourself. I mean, not that way, but tell your story. Your baby
that
mama.
Weight, man, and can't nobody tell you shit. So you're gonna take a lot of pictures and post them on Facebook because you feel good about yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all take y'all pictures.
Now, that's the smallest percentage that really mean that, but the other are trying to paint a picture, man. You can see it. You can see it. Trying to convince you that something that they ain't. That's why I say we all out here reaching out for, most people reaching out here for help. They telling you that, but you just got to pay attention to it. Because they saying certain things, just like, it's crazy.
We can meet people, or we can have family members, and they can be some of the most beautiful people in the world and have the lowest self-esteem. And no matter, they could be small, petite, thin, whatever, flawless. And it's still, they are going to find something that's wrong and want to fix it or change it. Because
your phone plugged up.
But I think that no matter what you have, you always gonna measure yourself up to some, you're gonna compare yourself to other people. And I think that's another problem and issue that we have in our culture, in our society. We have to stop comparing ourselves to each other.
Right.
Or being envious of the next person. Because sometimes we don't understand. You look at something somebody else have. I don't know what you went through to get that. And then also, I don't know if I can pay that price for that also.
Right.
So it's not good to be envious, or whatever you blessed with, work with what you got. Yeah, we get older. Yeah, I can say when I was younger, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had it going on. I didn't have to work out. Now I got to get in the gym. I got to work out. And I don't believe in being skinny. I think we should be healthy. At whatever healthy weight is comfortable for you, because you got to be able to move with that weight on you. So each person's weight or body is going to look different. But be okay with who you are.
Thank you, Giannis. Thank
I'm
you.
not going to change myself for the next person. I'm not. And at the end of the day, what I have learned over all these years, and whether men fess up to it or not, and knowing what I know about a lot of men and women, at the end of the day, when ain't nobody looking, y'all don't give a damn about what that body look like. Because in the dark, when you bend them over, everybody got a big ass.
Right.
You looking for one area in particular, and that's all you focus on. So I'm not going to change who I am to get attention from some man or to get likes. I don't even know. I guess it's getting likes, because I don't even know what. I have no social media whatsoever, so I don't feed off into that anyway. And I don't need nobody to validate me. I care about what my son thinks of me, and that's it. That's it. Because as long as I have shown him a good example of how a woman should carry herself or what that looks like, I don't care what nobody else do or think or whatever, because what he's seeing with me is going to determine what he goes out here and do in the world with the rest of these women. And when we don't do right, ladies, with our kids, especially with our boys, we set them up to be out here doing all kind of dirty shit to these next young ladies. Because when a man don't respect his mother, he ain't gonna respect no woman. So we got to be careful. And that the same thing goes with fathers and their daughters. So these relationships, this is why mothers and fathers are so important. Fathers are very important. And we are so quick to throw them away. You will keep talking to you keep that mother around just because, but you will say in a minute, oh, that man, he ain't no good, and he did this and he did that. Don't talk to your daddy. But you ain't been shit as a mother. But yet and still, ain't nobody gonna talk about that. I can say it. I'll say it. I'll call these women out. I'll call females out if you're not doing your job as a mother. But it's not right. Nobody says don't talk to your mother. Nobody says that. But we are the ones who start. You come through us. So yes, that man, that father, he's that other part to the story. Yes, that man is a big part to it. But you come through me. So what I do set the tone. I'm that nurturer. I'm that love, that softness, that warmth. This is where you come to get that support, that protection. So if I fail you, what you think is going to happen in the rest of your life? That's why that foundation has to be strong. It got to be strong. I'm not going to tell these young ladies no less than what I would tell my son. And Jerry, James, I look at it like this. Yeah, y'all men, y'all older, y'all been out here in the world. And yeah, a lot of men chase women or whatever. And that's a sign of honor. But really, how has that helped you in your life?
You must have called down child
support. Did it validate you as a man?
Did you call down child support on me?
Did it validate your man? Jerry, did it validate your man?
Hell no, financially it killed me. Paying two women to have it killed me. I mean, listen, James had his at home, but I hate to bring out, he got his own issues too. I mean, I ain't gonna bring this shit out. Hey, I'm still hey, listen, y'all, you made me feel more secure, but yet, like you said, I got my own issues. I'm off child support. I'm happy. You're right. I played the game and I paid for it. And I own it. But like I told Jay Wall, he ain't paid child support. His kid was in the house with him. He got his own issues about one of his feet being bigger than the other. So he deal with stuff like that. because he never wanted to take his socks off in gym because he always wore 12 in
Yeah, I
men.
paid.
On his left foot, he wore 12 in men, and on his right foot, he wore 6 in women. So he dealt with a lot of insecurity when it came to that.
Yeah, I was going. Damn.
Yeah, I wear
15.
15. I wear 15.
Anyway, man, I was gonna piggyback off of what y'all just said about a lot of this stuff too, man. You know, when you're younger, you fall into a lot of these traps. But as you get older and wiser, and so you start to figure out life and some of those things that you did back, the traps that you fell in
Right.
when you was in your 20s, early 30s, man. You don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you've grown, you're more experienced, and you wiser. So
Right.
yeah,
Trust me. I listen, people don't know. If any women see me and say Jerry Hunt ain't shit, I agree. Trust me, I paid for it. I had to shit. The last one left me the kids. So it's crazy. I paid for all that
So
crazy.
Jerry, I have to ask you a question. You grew up with your mom and your dad. Did your dad set that type of example for you? Because I've always heard you speak highly of your dad.
No, listen.
So was it the military that exposed you to that life?
I did total opposite because it takes a man longer to grow up. See, one thing about life for me, I was a jokester, made everybody laugh. When you can make women laugh, you halfway to it. You know that. The man make you laugh, and he don't jump on you, you comfortable. Then you get all the equipment, that gets you in a bunch of trouble. And that's how it was when I was young, making them laugh. Next thing, oh shit. Next thing you know, other things happen. So it was a blessing and a curse. So I didn't have an off switch. I got in a bunch of trouble because of that. And I made bad choices. Most women hate me, but they made me a better man today with my kids. Because I don't want nobody else to dog my kids out, and I did a dogging out. So I do believe in karma. So I don't want certain things to happen to my kids. And I'll be like, man, please, Lord, don't let them run the train on my daughter. So you think about stuff like that.
But you do know, they ain't no exception to the rule. At some point,
I know y'all.
Little man or
hey, let them know.
Don't talk them about their draws. Ain't none of us. All you can do is prepare your girls for this world out here, and that means don't sugarcoat anything. Don't give them advice of don't do it or don't do this and don't do that. You have to tell them. This is where we mess up. We do not tell our children. When y'all get into this stage where your hormones start, racing and getting a little out of control, we don't teach our kids how to deal with that.
No doubt.
First thing we say is do it. That's the first thing we say. Don't do it. That was my sex talk. If you do it, I'll kill you. No, nothing about birth control. This is how you protect yourself. None of that. I had my son at 19. I don't regret him at all, but I didn't get any information either. None. We have to be honest with our kids and tell them, yes, you're going to start feeling something. You're going to get some attention. And it happens on both sides. And we got to tell them to value themselves. Protect yourself. And what's so great about this person that you want to give something that's so great and so sacred to him? What makes this person deserving of that? Him or her?
Right.
Because I felt that way about my son. Your seed ain't for everybody. You special. Your body's special. Everybody don't deserve that. Don't be out here too with young men when y'all out here going crazy over the head monsters and it's all this wet and all this other crap.
Hold up.
The price you gotta be behind that.
Hold up. What you say?
It ain't worth it.
The who? The head? What you say about?
You heard what I said. Them head monsters.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. God bless you. Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Yes. Amen.
Is
Amen.
them 2-3 minutes, 5-10 minutes, however long it lasts, is it worth the years of dysfunction you're gonna have to deal with and put up with? Is it worth it?
What you think, Jay Walt? Oh, you good. You
Yeah.
on birth control.
Some head monsters out there.
I forget you on
Born and
birth. Yeah, he on Jay Walt on birth. You still on birth control?
Them head monsters got a solid foundation because they get
What? Where they at? Disregard all the shit I just said. Where the head monster at? Amen. Amen. Hey, listen, the head monsters are more effective today. You know why, Yada? And I'm not saying your generation, my generation. You know why? Can you hear me?
I hear you. I'm listening. I'm waiting for it.
I don't know you like that. And I know we just our first day and we messed around, but I don't be giving everybody head, but you can eat me out. What? Yeah, you can eat me out, but I don't get no head. You know, I got to know you like that. What? When I just met this motherfucker who didn't know me, did what she did, who you think I'm gonna go with? I know some others back in the day, not now, that make your dick disappear. Make you look for that. Oh shit, where's that? Straight up. You cannot at a certain age say you don't do shit. Because the head, I know a head must look like Roger from What's Happening. Listen, she take them goddamn glasses off. Shit, you bring roses home to your goddamn wife, change your life around. Straight up. So when these older 50, talking about what they don't do, and they might do it for your birthday. And number one thing, you don't want nobody on your joint talking. And, am I doing it right? If you don't shut the fuck up, because when you experience the head monster, it's all noise and all that stuff, and then this mother gonna walk up. Am I doing it right? Cause I'm gonna suck around the hip. No, get away from me. Them older women, and I'm not saying all, some of them do it. That's like Atari 2600. You all know if you remember that. You remember Atari 2600, Yada? James, dude, they don't make them no more. They don't make them no more. So we don't want them around us. Once you experience.
So you placing value on the wrong stuff.
No, I'm not, because
how long does it take? How long does it take for you to figure out? Yes, when I was in high school, yes, you want the cute guys, you want the bad boys, or you want the cute, nice bodies. How long does it take for you to realize?
Listen, listen. I'm gonna tell you something. Our generation are late bloomers when it comes to that. They weren't doing that back then. If you got that, you hit the lottery. No head, straight fucking. So
Jerry, you say you've been all around the world.
Yeah, but
you don't have no excuse.
I had that, but what I'm trying to say, those people got a place in life. The head monsters got a place in life. They do.
Always will.
Everybody got a place in life.
But no,
we all have a place in life.
Head monsters, it hits different because it's passion, it's love in it. It's what they got to know your name. They love to do that. People who know your name.
Ain't no passion and love in that.
I know that, but they make you feel that way. Whatever your money pay for, they make you feel that way. Trust me. It's some married men that go over there and come home and get a woman roses because they know their woman don't do that. Happy than a motherfucker.
You chose that, but that's what you chose. You knew she didn't do that when you met her.
Yeah, but it was so common back then. If somebody got hit in the 80s, they hit the lottery. We saw it on pornos. And then prostitute did it probably back. I think James was good with the prostitutes. I'm just saying.
So you just as bad. So now you are just as bad as women when they say they with a man who ain't working with nothing, or he's just a provider, but he ain't nothing else. You're settling. So you settled. That's what you settled for.
Listen,
if you knew that you wasn't, if this is what you required, if
no,
this is what you wanted, and this is what you required.
I don't require it. It just happened. I hate to say it. When you listen, sometimes situations occur where you end up, damn shit. Hell, I'm going to come back over here. It's different versus.
And
that's
Jerry,
why. That's why James over
how
there.
old are you? Well, we ain't gonna need.
No,
to,
I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm doing that.
I'm
not saying I'm doing that today. I think that's how.
But how long did it take you to get to that point before you figured it out? Yes, men. You could say men mature, later than women do, and that may be true. That's fine and all, but it don't. You done experienced a whole lot in your lifetime. You did a lot at an early age.
Yeah, but I'm telling you something.
You experience stuff, and then being able to be in the military and travel around the world at 18 and live in other countries at a young age. So you experienced a whole lot. Listen, so don't tell me it took you into your 40s to figure it out.
Yada, it's something about those people who specialize in doing that. It's time I've been in a situation, I roll home naked. And I realized I left my clothes there. Straight up. I got all the way to the building and said, hey, big man, oh, shit. I left my shit over there. That's why I tell they hit different. Not saying I'll do that today, but man, there's some of them will fuck a person home up. I'm serious.
So sleeping with all
not sleeping with
different women, is this something to compensate?
No, I'm just saying, if you ever see your husband and boyfriend, whoever he is, and he's with a coworker, and she go like, Roger, from what's happening, you overlook her like she don't look like shit. Okay, that be the one. No gag, none of that stuff. And he over there loving it because it ain't about the sex. Then I'm just saying, I'm not speaking for every man. I'm just saying from what I heard. It's supposed to look like Roger from what's happening.
Hey, check this out.
Huh?
Hey, this is a good topic and conversation y'all having. But let's slide on back to.
Yeah, we did get our check.
You trying to?
Because I want to know: are you overcompensating for something?
No, we all try. Let's get back to the Sunday school lesson.
But honestly,
that's the old me.
That can be a part of a problem that men are out here sleeping with or become a womanizer from past trauma. Are you trying to make up for something by sleeping with all these different women? Does this validate you as a man? Are these more notches on your belt? Well, how does that make you feel? How does that? I mean, what is that doing for you?
That's the old me. I value friendship, relationship.
But when you look back on your life, if you reevaluate yourself and you look back on that, what did that do for you? Outside of having a whole bunch of funny stories, what did that do for you?
She got a hell of a point, Jay Wall.
Yeah.
You know what? So you make me feel so bad. You know what, Yana? You know what? I feel so bad. I'll do it all over again. I mean, my fault. I won't do it over again. But hey, what can I say? Y'all know I am who I am. But that was my life at that time. I'm different now. Like in the morning.
You're still not answering the question. Like when you look back on your life, I can say, if I look back on my life, I got moments that I'm not proud of. And even like in the other episode where you talked about like me and my behavior and my anger or whatever, I laughed, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not proud of that because now that presents me as a person. Like, I don't want to be that angry Black woman. I don't want to be looked at as she'd just pop off at any moment and want to fight. That's not me. That's not who I am.
I gotta
not
confess.
now today. Do I get angry? Yeah.
I gotta
What's your
confess.
confession?
After saying all that, you know what? I ain't looking at it like that, man. And if anybody look at this YouTube and anybody know me and all the things I've done, if you a part of my stories, I don't want no more head. I'm good. I don't want no more head, y'all. You right. You right. I don't want nobody slob on the knob. I apologize to anybody who gave me some head. I want to tell them I apologize, and I won't be calling for no more head. Now that I look at that, man, offer myself like that. You right, y'all. I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than that. So J Wall, I'm done with that stuff, man. She got a hell of a point. I should be out here getting my dick sucked like that, man. Even though it feels so good to me, it makes me feel a certain way, and they be D10, which is deep throat. You right, y'all. You right. I apologize to everybody who gave me head and the girl who gave me head from the back. I apologize to all of y'all, and I won't be calling no more. So do not call me and say, I want to give you some head, Jerry. I'm gonna say yes. I mean no. So don't be calling me and ask me if I want some head, because you know what? Y'all, you changed my life around. I ain't never look at it like that. That was wrong. I take all this stuff back. So whoever I gave some head from lately, I apologize. So forgive me. You're right. No more getting no more head. You right.
Lord have mercy.
Thanks, Yada.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you, Jerry.
All that.
What'd you say,
Okay.
Jay Wall?
Well, now I was about to say, out of all of that, that's what we're getting out of that. So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they accept your apology. And another thing too, if you were one of those people that he's apologizing to, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Comment below.
Yes, please.
So
I would definitely love to hear
what you on the show. We might have you on the show.
Now, you know, if I left on a bad note, like somebody say something great about me that's pissed off at me, and that ain't gonna do nothing but build you up, James. So that's all you want to hear. That'll help your self-esteem, because I know your shit is low every time you use the bathroom.
Put that shit on me. Hey, don't let. He trying to deflect.
No, I'm not. Listen, I ain't got nothing to have.
Below. Y'all comment down. We'll have y'all on the show.
No, they all good. No, you won't have them on the show. Are you there? Why you laughing?
We done went way off topic. We done went way off topic. This is a whole other show.
But you smiling about it. You smiling about it though.
We are, but we are off topic, but at the same time, childhood trauma plays into what we do in our adult life,
right,
as well. So when we talk about, I'm gonna tie it in for you. I got you. I'm gonna tie it in for you. So when we talk about women that's promiscuous, sometimes it comes from childhood trauma. When we have young ladies or babies or young girls that's touched too soon or molested, this is a result of that. Sometimes either they're going to go to the same sex, or they're going to become promiscuous. So this is it does tie into it. Yeah, we do get off topic here, but I can always tie it in at the same time. It does, because you feel like this is what you have to do to receive love or attention from a man. And really, you don't need to do anything except for be who you are. And if who you are is not enough, hey, move around. That I shouldn't have been doing. I shouldn't have had to look after or worry about taking care of my siblings. I don't believe that, yes, our grandparents and great grandparents had children early. You know, they was married at 13, 14 and having babies. I don't feel like in our times now, no, 19 is too young to be having a baby. You still trying to figure yourself out. You still making a lot of mistakes in your 20s. You don't know who you are because you constantly changing and learning different things about yourself. So it's too soon to be taking on these other responsibilities of worrying about how to raise another human being. That's too soon because you ain't got yourself together. You need to be trying to figure out what mistakes you gonna make or making your mistakes in your 20s and then recovering from them. Or having kids, getting married in their 30s. And I think that's our problem too. We start stuff too soon and then we screwed up. You got people, yes, there is a small percentage of people that have high school sweethearts or college sweethearts and they make it. But then there's a bigger percentage that don't make it because who you are in that moment is not who you're going to be later. And even when you meet somebody in their 30s, you're still more settled in your 30s opposed to your 20s and your teens. So the chance of your relationship working out is greater because I'm secure in my finances, I'm secure in my career, where I want to be in life. That doesn't mean things don't change. We should constantly be evolving. But at the same time, you have a better grasp of who you are, opposed to just being all over the place. So yeah, we can joke about a lot of stuff and we go off topic with things or whatever, but I can always tie it back in. Yeah, I don't have to expose everything that I've been through in my life, but I also know too that I don't mind sharing certain things because I don't know how it's going to affect or help somebody else. And at the end of the day, as a woman, which is, I agree with a lot of stuff that Jerry say, but I disagree with a lot of things too, because he don't know what my struggles is as a woman. Yeah, I might have a different personality than most women that he meet, but at the same time, I'm still a woman and I still go through a lot of stuff and I'm treated a certain kind of way, or people look at me and they think or they assume certain things about me or how they're going to treat me. But it's up to me if I'm going to accept it or not. But life ain't always sweet for me either, just because I'm a woman and I got that tool and I should never be broke. My life been hard too. I done been through a lot of unnecessary shit. Some is my choices, and I have to take responsibility for the hurt and the part that I played in my life. I play a part in the hurt that happens to me too. So I got to be woman enough and grown enough to say, all right, yeah, this happened. Where's my responsibility, my accountability at in this? I play a part in this too. I have to take accountability for that. I can't just point the finger constantly at this Black man. He's not the cause of all of my issues. Now, he brought his baggage to the table, just like I brought mine. And we all got baggage. We all got demons at some, when we in life, we all got something. It's just a matter of finding somebody who demons can play with yours. That's it.
Damn, that's deep.
That's it.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody coming to the table with nothing. We all got some type of bullshit that we bringing into our relationship. So it's just a matter of, are you willing to be open and honest enough about your bullshit?
Are you, J. Walt?
I don't have no bullshit.
It sounded like that was directed towards you.
Nah, man. Yeah. No, it's directed towards you.
No, I'm fucked up.
No, but Yana, I want to be honest. Yeah, what you saying is, yeah, I feel it. So, yeah, I'm honest with my bullshit too.
No, I ain't getting mixed up. I'm just saying she right. She called me out on me just giving myself to anybody. That's wrong with me. Straight up.
You good now?
Yeah. Thanks, Yana, for calling me out.
We proud of you.
Thanks for calling me out next year. You can say, I had to
That's
call
great.
that nigga. I had to
Great.
call next year, she can say, I called that nigga out for some time I getting his dick sucking all this stuff. There's more things in life than just get some head. So you're right.
So he did get some out of it.
Yeah, I got some about that conversation. I did. Thanks, y'all.
You're
So
welcome.
whenever I get weak, I'm gonna pull my pants back up because I'm gonna remember this conversation. Remember this conversation, even if they down to my kneecap. I can't let them get to my ankle. If they get to my ankle, I might lose myself. They have my kneecap. Nigga, remember when y'all put your shit back up? So what you said was very important to touch my soul. So I'm gonna put it on there. I do not want no head.
We're just gonna ask you guys to just, ask questions or put topics in there that you want us to talk about. Or if you want to hear more of Jerry's extravagant, adventurous life, put that in there too.
And
Make
anybody
sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Anybody know the truth, do not come on there. So let me continue lying because it makes me feel good about myself. So if anybody know the truth, do not come on there because I'm gonna deny it. I got to lie to myself and lie to you guys. That makes me feel better. So I can stay on track. So that's a good thing. So the one with the thick glasses, they look like Roger for what's happened, are the best one. I mean, used to be the best ones. Straight up. And the ones who ain't seen their daddy. So those are the ones, Jay Walt, he gonna take my place. Different equipment, so Jay Walt's gonna take my place. Totally different equipment. Do not complain. I'm gonna send y'all over there. So peace out. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.